Ciryl Gane just sent shockwaves through the entire MMA world, stopping Alex Pereira on the South Lawn and claiming the interim heavyweight title in stunning fashion. The brutal second-round finish immediately sets up a massive undisputed showdown with Tom Aspinall, and while the crowd inside the arena was left completely speechless, the online combat sports community wasted absolutely no time igniting a firestorm of debate. Several fans were quick to point out that a number of Gane's fight-ending elbows appeared to land dangerously close to the back of Pereira's skull. However, because Pereira was actively shifting and moving throughout the sequence, the referee ultimately extended the Frenchman the benefit of the doubt on strike placement. Despite that minor controversy, the actual timing of the stoppage is drawing widespread praise from analysts and fans alike. The ref gave Alex every single opportunity to recover, only stepping in when it was crystal clear the Brazilian could no longer intelligently defend himself against the relentless ground and pound. Let's hear what new interim heavyweight champion has to say.
What we did very well. We prepared myself with my team very well, and we did the job. We are really happy. We know every time when you let a guy like Pereira in the middle, in the cage, and in the flawless, you're gonna have a bad night. So the mission was to make pressure and not to be in the pressure.
Were you surprised that he weighed more than you entering this fight?
No. I was not surprised. 2-3 years ago, he looks already really big.
And the last one for me, the rematch with Tom, I guess in your perfect world, when would you want that fight to happen, and how do you think that fight plays out the second time?
As soon as possible, like I like to say, in Paris, for example, is a good idea, but I know let the staff of the UFC work on it.
Ilia Topuria has now given his very first interview since the disaster at the White House event, where he officially surrendered his lightweight title to Justin Gaethje after a brutal corner stoppage at the end of round 4. Before we get into what Ilia had to say, let's look at how the rest of the MMA world reacted to that shocking defeat. Islam Makhachev took to social media to make it clear, quitting in the biggest fight of your career is something not everybody can do. Real la leyenda. Adding that he who exalt himself will be humbled. There's level in this game, and wishing Justin Gaethje his congratulations. Arman Tsarukyan kept it short and cold, simply posting Ilia Topuria. Paddy Pimblett went scorched earth, reminding Topuria that you had to do was beat a 38-year-old coming off of a 5-round war with me. Instead, you quit on your stool like the little bee you are. I'm a real fighter and went 5 rounds. You're a little pretender to chorizo. Congratulations, Justin Gaethje. Rematch for Undisputed? Khamzat Chimaev took a different tone, posting that those who rejoice at the defeats of others will never see greatness in this sport. During his sit-down interview, Topuria was pressed directly on the public shots fired by Islam Makhachev. Ilia refused to back down for even a second, firing straight back at him and making it unmistakably clear that a grudge match between the two remains very much on the table. But the biggest bombshell of the entire interview dropped when Ilia made a stunning revelation. He is now seriously considering making a move to professional boxing, looking to test his elite hands inside the squared circle. Ilia Topuria just posted one of the most powerful statements we've seen from a fighter after a defeat, and it deserves attention. After losing the UFC lightweight title to Justin Gaethje via 4th-round TKO at UFC Freedom 250 on the White House lawn, Topuria took to Instagram and wrote this: Justin, congratulations. You said you'd leave your mark on my face, and you did. You took the sight from my right eye in the first round, and by the end of the second, from my left too. No excuses. I had one of the best camps of my life. I came in sharp, prepared, and ready. Last night was your night. That's the nature of this game. Glory and pain walk side by side. I'll heal, I'll rest, and I'll return stronger, wiser, and far more dangerous. And trust me, this story between us is far from over. We will have our rematch. Fighting nearly blind from round 1, and he still went 4 rounds. That tells you everything about Ilia Topuria's character. But if Topuria's words mean anything, and they usually do, this rivalry is just getting started. While Topuria was already dealing with the fallout of his loss, boxing star Terence Crawford wasted absolutely no time piling on, mocking the former champion for his previous claim that he could knock out both Crawford and Shakur Stevenson simultaneously. Conor McGregor, however, was not having any of it. The Notorious immediately fired back at Crawford, pointing out that despite Crawford holding a legitimate wrestling background, the undefeated boxer has never shown the courage to step inside an MMA cage. McGregor made it clear, whatever you think of Topuria's loss, the man had the guts to compete at the highest level, something Crawford has never been willing to do. Behind the scenes, the situation for Ilia Topuria is far more serious than it initially appeared. Dana White confirmed that the former champion was rushed directly to the hospital following the event with a suspected broken orbital bone, a brutal reminder of just how much punishment he absorbed before that stoppage came. Meanwhile, Justin Gaethje is putting an immediate end to any rematch conversation before it even gets started. The new lightweight champion pointed out that his entire mindset operates on a completely different frequency than Topuria's. While Ilia built his brand around the belief that he is simply unbeatable, Gaethje says he has always known he can be beaten, and that self-awareness is exactly what makes him more dangerous. It keeps him grounded, hungry, and prepared for every moment of every fight. Gaethje addressed the rematch talk directly, shutting it down completely, while still acknowledging how dangerous Topuria was, noting that his liver is still paying the price for those brutal body shots. But he also revealed that when Ilia failed to finish him at the end of round 2, something shifted. That missed opportunity drained the spirit right out of the former champion, and Gaethje felt the difference immediately heading into round 3.
I mean, he's very good. I mean, my liver still hurts right now. Those body shots were crazy. I mean, he was really, really fast, but, when he didn't get the finish at the end of the second round, I think it really took his spirit. And, again, I said it in the press conference leading up, he really backed himself into a corner saying he's going to be so dominant. And I said it, when we go to the second round, you're going to be like, what the fuck? When we go to the third round, you're going to be like, what the fuck? And, that's what I did tonight.
Did you feel he was broken after he didn't get that finish?
I never felt he was broken because he was so dangerous at the whole time. But in the third round, when I started landing those jabs, when he started finding his back foot, I knew something was different.
Sean O'Malley made a massive statement on the South Lawn, finishing Zahabi with a thunderous second-round knockout. The moment the walk-off was official, Suga wasted zero time, immediately calling out bantamweight champion Petr for a high-stakes rematch, reminding everyone inside that arena and watching at home that he already has a victory over the Russian on his record. However, O'Malley later acknowledged the complicated reality of where the division actually stands right now. As much as he wants that title shot immediately, Yan appears to be locked into a massive trilogy bout against Merab Dvalishvili first, likely penciled in for August. That reality puts Suga in a tricky strategic position. Despite all the public callouts, O'Malley actually needs Yan to come out of that trilogy with the belt still around his waist. Having already dropped 2 fights to Merab, his clearest path back to undisputed gold runs straight through a champion he has already beaten once before.
Yeah, it was unreal. I definitely needed to get that knockout. Winning decisions, it's after a fight, you want to go back and watch it, and you want to watch the end, the knockout. Decisions aren't very fun to watch back, so thank you. Yeah, so it felt good to get back on the knockout win column. And just the way it happened, I was saying in interviews, I'm gonna knock this dude out, salute right away. I think I hit the salute before he even hit the ground. It was epic.
And you have a message for Petr?
No, I mean, no, he's got to fight Merab again, I think, and we'll see how that goes. But I don't know. It should have been him tonight. I just needed it. I needed a finish, and I knew they thought that I was going to come in maybe a little bit kind of like forcing the finish, but when I said I need a finish, doesn't mean I'm going to go out there. I'm still going to fight sharp, still be sharp, and do what I needed to do. I knew the finish was, I knew I was going to knock him out before I got in there, and then right when I got in there and felt him moving around, I was like, okay, it's a matter of time. I got 15 minutes to do it, and didn't need the whole 15.
That's it from MMA Time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA updates.